Well, I don't find it cruel. I do find it demanding.
I find it cruel, baby. When I
To
see
be there or to watch?
No, to watch when I'm dying.
Yes, of course. That's the idea.
Right? I don't want to die. I want to live forever.
Well, when you're watching, it is sort of the end of the world. And when you are aware of why you are doing what you're doing, it's heightened to the degree that it's the end of the world. It's as if it's 2 days left to live.
Right. To me, this is what I have. This moment right here, this is it. No past, no future. This.
Right. Ideally, yes.
Ideally, right? So me as an audience, I have to make that connection. I have to be right on, right from the beginning, connected with you, right from the get-go. And the problem is that sometimes you go to the theater, like I was talking with Angelica Page when she came here, when she was promoting The Best Man, and she said, I said to Angelica, why is it so hard to see actors being truthful? Why truth is so hard? Why is so hard to master? What is it that makes it so compelling? That it's simple, but it's not that simple? I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but when you are as good as you are, it's a little scary sometimes, I feel, that it's just a sense of like, it seems to me, Gina, that if you're so in, you kind of lose yourself a little bit.
Well, you want to lose yourself.
And you want to lose yourself.
I do. I mean,
And I know you do.
It's fun to lose yourself.
It's fun to lose yourself. Do you ever get scared right after, Gina, that you go home and you say, wait a second, I went maybe a little too far?
Well, in rehearsal, I go too far a lot.
A lot.
Because I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Right. But that's the beauty. That's what rehearsals are about.
My ideal rehearsal situation has a lot of freedom and a lot of play and a lot of laughing and a lot of things that totally don't work, and the failures are absolutely wonderful.
It's about discovery.
And everybody's game for it, and you have a discipline of being present and trying things and finding the thing that does work.
Right.
And you have to go through some errors to find the thing that does work.
Right,
but
of course.
You have to be willing to take chances, because there's so much in a good script. There's so much. I mean, I could have played this for 6 months, and I feel like I was just finding everything, like every week there was more to find. More detail in the script. I'm not just talking about some ephemeral ideas of nuance. I'm talking about specifics that are there that just don't reveal themselves right away.
Right.
And as you get stronger into the core of what everything means, what the writer has done, which is not as easy to do as it seems. The writer has done something that often the writer doesn't understand the depth of what they have done.
Right.
Because we write, we think we've written it, we know we've written it, we know what it means. But we don't.
We don't.
Because it's a collaborative thing, and the designers come in and the actors come in and they show you what you are worth.
Right.
They show you the value as the world looks at what you've done.
Right.
And they are the beginning of that relationship to the world. And it starts with the word. It starts with the written word. It starts with the word, and the word is a physical being, the way the body is. The body connects to the word.
It's alive.
And becomes voice, and then we have creation.
Right.
And off we go, and we build like a web, like a matrix, like the matrix around each organ system has its own web, has its own matrix, and that's what you build. You build foundation, and that's what foundation is. It's this fascia that holds parts of the body.
Right. What makes a great director, Gina?
Awareness of structure, and
I like that.
willingness to allow, and with a confidence that the awareness of structure, as a director, you're looking at structure, structure, structure. You see structure, and then because of that, if you are good enough that you can see structure and you can keep creating matrix and keep building foundation, and keep pointing that out to your players, then you can allow your players to be free.
What's your strongest point what's your strongest asset as an actor, and what's your weakest point?
Me as an actress?
Yes.
I think my strongest, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of training. I have a classical education. I know what is going on. I know what the instrument has to do. I know how to read.
Right.
I know how to play. So I have a lot of knowledge.
Experience.
I have a lot of knowledge, and it's diverse. My education sort of spans disciplines, and it's for the stage. So it's voice and the body and all of that, and I'm not very dogmatic, and I think that's a very strong asset. I really am willing to do anything. If I don't even have to trust. I can if it's a professional situation, that's all I need.
Okay.
And I will do anything anyone asks.
To do. No
because it's I am already in a safe environment. I don't need it to prove itself to me that it is safe. I know it's safe. And I am part of why it's safe. And my willingness to be dangerous and to have danger inflicted at me is part of why it is safe. It's the antithetical device.
Right. I understand exactly what you're saying. What's the weakest point, you think?
My weakest point is that I invest everything. And I get exhausted after a while.
Mentally, emotionally, physically?
Everything. I just get completely exhausted, and if I don't get a break, and if I'm not cared for, it starts becoming a problem because I need to step away from it, and it's hard for me to, and I don't know how. I forget how to step away. Thankfully, most professional runs last a certain amount of time, and then they don't run anymore, and you are forced to rest.
Right.
And I always think, I don't need a rest. And then the minute the thing stops, I can't move. I'm so exhausted. I'm just like down for the count, just sort of wandering around and looking at nature and sleeping.
Sleeping. You invest a lot of you into your work. So you feel drained at the end.
I don't feel drained until it's over.
It's over.
And then I realize, oh my, that was really a lot.
Yeah, it took a lot.
And sometimes, dramatic literature is fraught with violence, psychological violence, emotional violence, sometimes sexual violence, physical violence. There's violence in dramatic literature. It is a very violent world.
Right.
And
I agree with you 100%.
It just gets to you. And, you even comedy, especially comedy, we can even say sometimes.
Right.
It's just full. You're in the middle of being beaten up all the time and inflicting damage. And afterwards, I just need 10 days in a row of saltwater baths, just to kind of soak out all the psychic turmoil and get to a place that's a little more even.
Right.
I mean, it's not for everyone to do. Get on the stage and rail for 2 hours and
it's not.
Swear at someone you love and tell them you hope they will die and, conflicting things about being in love with them and despising them. I mean, dramatic literature is full of that.
Yeah.
And that's where we go.
Somebody said, I don't know, Dostoevsky, I read that a long time ago, said that with this kind of emotional journey, we born and die all the time. Like we born and we die.
Yeah. Well, it feels like that on stage.
And it feels like that on stage.
This is lovely, and then it's...
And then boom, you go to the... Does it take a toll psychologically, Gina?
Well, yeah, of course it does, but it's also very enervating and rejuvenating. So, once again, the antithetical device. It takes its toll, it wipes you out, and gives you new life. And also my personal life is devoid of drama.
Okay.
I don't have it. I refuse to have it. I just walk away.
Good for you.
I don't.
You don't have any time, honestly.
It's
Gina.
no fun. It's
no
lots of fun on stage.
Yeah, but not in real
and
life.
I'm really grateful that I have the stage because I am terribly sensitive and I do, sort of wear my heart on my sleeve and things do get rough. And so it's nice to have the stage.
And it's nice to see that I can't believe it that we are talking and you see those letters there?
That's okay.
What does it mean, Gina Bonatti? That it's over.
We're done talking.
I can't believe it.
What was it, an hour?
No, it was what, 28 minutes? I want to thank everybody and my sponsors, Dwayne Harris, Big Mountain Entertainment, of course, Jairo Zuleta, Caterina Lancova, Franco Neri Velotti, Rafael Vasquez Photography. I want to thank my sponsors, my producers, Alex De Romero, Charles Casano, Chris Kosak, the voice that sells. I forgot his name. I can't believe that. He's going to kill me.
Look at all those great credits.
I know. We have all the camera people, Catherine, Rebecca, and Arthur English, and Danny. Debbie's not here tonight. Frank in Compix, thank you so much. Alex Romero, web designer. Deshaun, I love you, baby, to the day I die.
And there's Charlie.
And Charlie there. And Gloria Messer, and Arthur English, and Danny. And Esteban Gilderon, he's my father. He's a journalist, and he's a hell of a writer.
Oh,
Gina.
Your daddy?
My father is a smart guy. Smart. I'm not bragging about my dad, baby doll.
Oh.
But he is.
Well, you can.
He is such a. He gave me, since I was little.